if it's my camera, but I can see nothing on it.
And we can do it to edify the listeners too.
All right.
So
yeah, you might have to some.
You gotta practice to get it straightened up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like that's the Mystery of the Kingdom.
Yeah, that's Mystery of the Kingdom right here.
You gotta just take that. You gotta take that.
What it look like? Well, I gotta turn
it this way.
This way.
Come on. Take the phone.
There you go. Oh, take the phone. Oh, okay.
All right. Like you good, huh?
Good.
That's it, bro.
That's it.
And want you to think they doing something so good, you ain't doing nothing.
You gotta start out with something.
Just start everybody up in their drawers.
I think that's about it, right?
You gotta turn it down.
Everybody be on up here.
All right. Shalom. You got a real Hebrew Israelites. Come to you week in and week out. Prophesy the downfall and collapse of the wicked king of Babylon, who is known as America. All right. Let your so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans know that you are the true children of Israel. Now, before we begin, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continue to do very well. Also, shalom, peace and safety to the hopefully elect that is also doing his work in sincerity and truth and in all charity. All right. Now, first, I want to start off with this Lord saving us from our enemies, man. All right, because we're in that time right now to where the Lord is getting ready to move, all right, on these Edomites, man. In which Edom, all right, for the name Edom, that's the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. All right. And he's getting ready to deliver us out of the hands of Edom, all right? And he's always done that throughout the course of history, all right? Going all the way back to the time of when we're being persecuted, all right? And guess what, man? It's going to happen once again, man. All right? The Lord's going to lift up that standard, all right, against Edom, man, all right? What you got, Op?
Luke 1.
Yeah, grab that.
This Luke 1, start at verse 6 to 8. Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies.
That's right, man. So that horn of salvation is talking about who these people inwardly call Jesus, man. All right, in which his true name in the ancient Hebrew is Yahushua. All right. Which that name, Yahushua, means he delivers, right? Or he saves, all right? Because you go into the scriptures, it speaks about, the scriptures deal with nomen omen, which means name prediction, okay? So with the name of Yahushua, he was set up to save his people, all right? And that, not only that, but to save his people out of the hands of our enemies, man, all right? Because guess what? Anybody who's outside the sign, all right, or outside the nation of Israel is our enemies, man. The reason why is because all different nations that have came in this time today has came up against these people, man. Even to this time today, man. That's why you have all types of stores that's geared towards overcoming our people, man. All right? These different convenience stores, so-called Chinese, so-called Korean, so-called Indian, all right? East Indians, all right? All these different nations are coming up against our people to overtake them, man. All right? All these different nations have had a hand in the downfall of our people. That's why we continue at a lower state, but guess what? The reason why we're even in that condition is because we went off, man. And we're going to get there, Lord willing, man.
I got a question. Hey, with all this dirt and all this evil these white folks are dead on this planet, do you think they have any salvation?
No salvation for them.
Yeah, and just
going back to what you said about, Most High is going to deliver us. All right. It says, Baruch 4:18 says, "For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies."
Right, man. So the same one that put these plagues upon us Most High is going to save us from our enemies, man. All right. So that the Lord put us in this condition. He's going to get us out of it, man. All right. Because why? Because he's the one that controls the realm of powers, man. That's why whenever a nation comes into power, he takes them down. All right. You had the Babylonians, the Medes, the Persians. Then you had the Greeks and the Romans, who were Edomites, man, the so-called white men. All right. And then their kingdom went down. All right. And then it came back in the form of America, man. Now the kingdom is built again, or America is built up as an empire, and the Lord's going to take it down in like manner.
Right.
In Psalm 17, it's starting at verse 8. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings from the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about.
When you say wicked, who you talking about? White man.
Let's go ahead and jump
Yeah, the Hebrews chapter 12 and 16.
and this is right here. This is what proves it.
It said, "Let there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau."
Now, hold that. Somebody grab Genesis 25. Now, I know
Y'all make a note, this coming out of the book. So don't get mad at us, get mad at the book. Don't get mad at the book.
Right.
Kid,
Yeah, that's right. And also, as well, I know you speaking about earlier off the camera, right, about the origins of
Right.
white
Go into
men.
that.
Yeah, we about to go into it.
Reason why they eat bread, meat, and all that.
This is the book of Genesis 25, and I'm going to start at verse 22. I'm going to start at verse 21. It says, "And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived."
Now, mind you, Isaac and Rebekah, these are melanated people.
Right.
These people.
Miller, speak up, bro. We can't hear y'all here.
And the two, and the children struggled together within her.
Now, they said the children struggle together within them. Now, there's got to be a reason why these two children, right, are struggling together in the womb.
Right.
And she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, "Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels."
Right, so it says two nations are in her womb.
Right.
All right, and then also as well, it says they're going to be separated from their bowels. All right, so that's why when you see us and the so-called white man, it's always friction.
Right.
And that's the reason why, because it's written that we're going to be separated. All right, two nations are going to be separated: the nation of Israel and the nation of Edom.
It says, "Either one people shall be stronger than the other."
They said one people shall be stronger than the other. Now remember what we said earlier,
Right.
how they're inferior to us.
Right.
So that's the reason why, because the Most High made it to where we overcome over them. All right, we're strong. We're the stronger nation over evil. All right.
It says, "One people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger."
Right, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right, and it's going to tell you who came out first. Right. Go ahead. You got it.
Verse 25. Verse 24. "And when her days to deliver were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment."
Right, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Now we mentioned earlier, right, about whenever they get sad or they laugh out loud or they get hurt or anything like that, guess what? The blood shows through the skin.
Right.
All right, the reason why, because they have no melanin.
And not only that, if the sun get on them too much, they'll burn.
Yeah, hey, there you
They
go.
ain't got no melanin.
Yeah,
Right.
because they don't have
Right.
any
When nature itself is against them.
Right.
There you
They
go.
known as, when you go into that, can I be real quick? When you go into that word Satan, because a lot of people hear the word Satan, and it'll turn somebody off if you don't give them the right understanding.
Right.
They'll be like, hold up, that's a cunningly devised faith. There's no such thing as Satan. But when you go into the origins of that word Satan, the Hebrew word that would be Shaitan, which means adversary. So who's adverse to everything on the planet Earth? The so-called white man. He's adverse to the air. He's adverse to the water. He poisons the water. He's adverse to the animals. If you were to ask a deer who to keep me from, he'll say, keep me from the so-called white man.
They love to holler about Santa Claus and Christmas, reindeer, and they'll be done killed. If it was true, they'll be done trying to kill that man.
Well, they adverse to everything.
You know, these man,
That's the enemy. That's it. The scriptures actually outline, identifying targets.
You want to get that?
Okay, real quick, can I say too? The scriptures is calling them red. He's not calling them white man, because this book was set up to be a stumbling block. It ain't meant for you just to pick up and on your leisure time. This is a very high-powered book,
Right.
a very intricate book with a lot of twists and turns. And it requires the spirit of the Lord to be on you to navigate through this book.
Right.
This very, and you know who proved that? because these higher ups, they show reverence to this book.
Right.
All these movies and period pieces, these historians, they use this book as the gauge. Now with that said, these higher ups amongst Esau, the rulers of this world, what did they do? They put that stigma of the red man on the native Indians. Why did they do that? Why did they call them the Redskins? Because they know that this book condemned the red man.
Right.
So they push that stigma off on the Indians.
They also
When
try to
they,
kill all of them.
when they are the red man,
Right.
they ain't white. Your t-shirt white, it's white.
Right.
They red, you know? So the Bible identifying target.
And in fact, the Native Americans used to call them the pale face.
Yeah, it's pale face too, yeah. The Native Americans my color. The Native Americans my color.
Right.
There's a lot of them that's a little lighter, but they our color.
That's why when I see white folks talking about they Indian and they be white that shirt up. What? No, bro. You tell that to somebody who don't know the Because I know better.
Also, as well, that's a play on word.
Right.
That's a play on word, like black.
Yeah.
Right.
The word black. If you go into the word black and white, right? The word white represents pure, right? Purity, or something that's inspired or clean, man. When you go into the history of the so-called white man, what good has he done throughout the world?
No, he every way done been done killed somebody.
Right.
A nation. He done killed nations.
Yeah, that's right. And then when it comes to black, he put that stigma on us, all right? Because the word black means it's connotation of death, or darkness, something that's negative.
Or the black.
Yeah. So that's why it's a play on word. That's why you walk around, people say black man, white
Black
man,
man.
yeah, black man, a white man. And that's what that's for. All right. But
Psychological warfare.
Right. Saul. Going back to
In Genesis 25 again, and the verse came out red all over, like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
right. And there's a reason why the name was given to Esau. Right. The reason why the name was given to him was Esau because in Hebrew, right, the word Esau means Ishash, and the word Ishash means wasted away his heat. So when he came out red all over like a hairy garment, when he had no pigmentation, that's the reason he was given that name. Because when Isaac and Rebekah saw him, they thought he was wasted away because he had no pigment. All right, that's why he was given that name. All right.
And right now, this is the humble beginnings of the so-called white man. You can't find any other book that can produce this information. We going in this valley right here. And again, he's wasted away because he's left it. In this modern sense of outlook on things, you just say, oh, he's a so-called white man. But in the ancient world, they knew he had lepers. You know? Right.
That was on the comment. Hey, we'll jump into it a little bit.
Go into it. Yep.
Continue on in verse 26. And after that came out his brother out. It's like it says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
That's right. And then also that whole dynamic is spiritual too. All right, because when Jacob grabbed the heel of Esau, all right, that was spiritual because first is going to come out, right? He's going to have the dominion, all right? And what you see him have the dominion right now, all right? But guess what? Afterwards, then is going to come the dominion of the Israelites. So that's the reason why it happened in that way, right? Oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah, kind of the book of 2nd Ezra 6 in verse 7. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the party asunder of times, and when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Right, so it's going back to that whole event that happened during the birth of Esau and Jacob. All right, let's get up.
Verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world.
But Esau is the end of the world, and see, and you hear that a lot, right? About the end of the world is coming. Well, most of the people, they don't know what the end of the world is. All right, but the scriptures actually tell you what the end of the world is. All right, so like the whole dynamic, like I mentioned before, when they were birthed, right? When they were born, right? The whole dynamic was for this time right now, because now the end of the world is going to come, and the end of the world is what? Go ahead,
It says, for Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is the end of the world, right? The so-called white man. Go ahead.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Right. Now that's where you get the dynamic of the kingdom of heaven. So this is the last kingdom that's set up right now, and it's going to be destroyed. And then that's when the nation of Israel is going to be raised back up in rulership. That's the kingdom of heaven. All right. That's the gospel. Which you go into the word gospel, it means good news.
Right.
All right.
Right.
And you already know, the only person that really needs good news is somebody that's having a bad day.
Right.
So the ones who's having a bad day, of course, is the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? You gotta call it like it is, man.
Right.
Right. But I think that's it on Genesis.
Hey, can I say something while y'all getting that? I made the statement at the end of the world, that phrase has been a phrase that's been highly taken out of its proper context. That word world has different meanings. You have a such thing as root words. Like that's why when you consider a tree as one tree, but the tree has roots that go in different directions. So that word world is not just designated to one meaning. To the naked eye, when you come across the word world, you frame it as being the planet Earth. No, it's different meanings for that word world. So when you hear the phrase the end of the world, all right, one perspective of the word world is orchomedy. That's the word world in the planet Earth sense. Then you got the word world, cosmos. That goes back into division or harmonious arrangement. For an example, in the ancient world, they would say the world of the fish. They would put the fish in a certain category, all right? Or you might say the hip hop world. See? That goes back to the word cosmos. Right. Then you also have the word world that goes back to the word aeon or eons, which means an age or a period of time. So when you hear the scripture speak about the end of the world, it's speaking about the end of a rulership, the end of a system. See what I'm saying? So when you hear that phrase, the end of the world, that's a stumbling block. This is a book only for wisdom. Only the wise can tap into this book, you know? That's why so many people stumble. So they think the end of the world is going to be, the planet Earth is going to explode from a comet or something. No, that ain't the case. The scripture say the end of the world, they're talking about this current system. Right. It's going to fade away and it's going to usher in a new system. And guess what? These people time on it. And that's something that our people can't digest. Because they've been downtrodden so long.
They can't digest it because these so-called preachers on every corner out here, they not preaching that. They not saying that. Yeah, they're not telling that. Them preachers get together and tell the truth what's really going on. All this bullshit is stop.
Yeah, that's right. But there's a method to that, right? Because you only gonna have a selected few. Right. Like when you go into the time of Noah, it was only 8 spirit souls that got delivered. So you got that.
Okay. It's Genesis 4 and verse 1.
And we'll be out every week, Lord will.
Go ahead.
It's Genesis 4 and verse 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain. And said, I have got a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep.
Now pay in mind the first one that was born was Cain. All right? Then the next one was Abel. So that whole dynamic is just recycled, it's reincarnated. All right? And it's about to go further. Go ahead.
It says Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. It says in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel also brought of the firstling of his flock.
Yep. And that's a sacrifice. So back then, before and mind you, now this is before the time of Moses. He brought forth the law from the tablet of stone and gave him the written law. All right, but still the law was in effect even before then because they had the oral law. Right. So they knew what the sacrifice. So Cain should have known what he needed to sacrifice. But Abel knew as well. And the first one that gave the correct sacrifice was Abel. Right? Because Cain gave the first of the fruit, which he wasn't supposed to do.
It says, and the Lord had respect unto Abel and his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
And that's right. And that lets you know that the so-called white man, Esau, he had basically, to put it in layman's terms, right, he doesn't keep anything sacred. Right? And that's how his mentality is, I mean, even in life itself, he has more nothing sacred.
Right? You can look at their families, man, they have killed their own and walk away and have a hamburger like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no honor among them.
The way they shooting our brother down in the street, brother, they ain't showing no mercy. No mercy.
Until you know, it says unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was wroth, and his countenance fell. And the look, if I mean Adam Rocky was pissed off. It says, and the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth?
Why you mad? Why you pissed off?
It says, and why is thy countenance fallen? It says, if thou doest well, shall that not be accepted?
Right. It said, if thou didst well, shouldn't you be accepted? But he didn't do well. In other words, he transgressed the law. All right. So that's why the Most High said, "Why you mad? You transgressed my words and what I needed done, right? But you went and did it your own way. All right. You didn't hold it separate. All right. So he said, look, if you would have done well, then he would have had respect to his offering. But continue on.
I got a precept back here.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the book of Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
Right, and that's deep in itself, all right? Because there's a reason why the Lord had it to where Cain would do that, and Esau to be the way he is right now, all right? Why? Because, like we just read earlier, second Ezra, right? It says Esau's end of the world, and Jacob is the end of it that followed, all right? So in order for that to happen, the Most High will have to have it to where he'll be the way that he is now.
Right.
So that can play out. See, and that's why, hey, when you go into the scriptures, the Most High doesn't play with it. Right? That's the reason why he set the whole dynamic between Jacob and Esau. So Esau can play the role that he's playing right now, and then Jacob will come at the end of it and be on top. You know?
Verse 17, since thou hatest instruction, and cast my words behind thee.
And he casts his words behind him. Even to this very day, he does that, man. Like the author going to earlier, right? He said they know about the scriptures, they know what's written in there. But they cast it behind their back.
Right.
Saying that way is a better. Remember when you were speaking about the GMOs?
Right.
That's a form of them saying that what we make is better.
Right.
You know, the food, the water we give, that's better. The way of living, that's better.
Right.
You know, basically they assert themselves over the Most High, which Lord will. Hey, we're gonna get that too. You know.
Going back to Genesis 4 and verse 7, if thou do well, shall that not be accepted?
Okay,
If
brother.
thou
Okay,
doest,
my brother.
it says, if thou doest
Hey.
well, shall thou
Give
not
them the information out. The YouTube channel.
It says, if thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? If thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
That's the point I want to give you. Yeah, to go, man. Yeah.
But I say though, that's what Spirit of the Lord, you know, the truth, man, expresses. And that's why when you read the parable of the certain merchant who was looking for Yep. With the parable of the certain merchant who was looking for pearls of great value. When he found the pearl that was great for value, he threw everything out the window, sold everything he had, and he bought that one pearl. But what it takes to distinguish or discern if that pearl got value? Well, here it is. If you knew what you was faced with, if you knew what you was presented with right now, you wouldn't go nowhere. I mean, I ain't knocking the brother because, you know, but it remains to be seen. Who coming back? We done had that story before, but nobody ever come back. You know, other than the brothers that eventually get to the camp, you know. But hey, you got to be accompanied with wisdom to be able to see that this is the truth. It might sound good, you might entertain it, but you don't see the sense of urgency, you know. Yeah.
Going back to Genesis 4 and verse 7, if thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? If thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
That's right, man. So if thou doest not well, then sin lieth at the door. And we already know the definition of sin, man.
Is it going already? They charge it?
All right.
Nah, that's
And so the first seven is Esau, man.
What you still on up?
Continuing on, in verse
Yeah, nah, that bitch
to thee
cut out
shall be
on
his
it, man.
desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Damn.
And Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field.
Oh, well, stop right there. And it says, sin lieth at the door. And it also said that sin shall have dominion over you. All right?
Motherfucker
So
gotta
sin
fly.
has dominion over these Edomites, man. All right? They serve by it, man. All right? They live life by sin, man. By transgressing.
That's the picture of the damn, what's it called?
All right? So
Korean.
that's why they're geared to what they're doing right now. Okay?
Damn,
Again, it's
man.
on Genesis 4 and verse 8, and Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the
bullshit,
field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
He got a bond shit
The
on
Lord
man. I don't trust
said
that.
unto Cain, where is thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
See, and there it is, man. All right? That same hatred that between the two brothers, man. All right? When Cain came against Abel and slew him, man. All right?
On the second one.
And then when the Most High asked him where your brother
The one
is,
on the
man,
end?
he said,
Okay,
"Am I my brother's keeper?" All right? Basically, he was being smart with the Most High, man. Go ahead, you got that.
Read that again.
Yeah, kind of Genesis 4 in verse 9 again. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my
So
brother's
who is Cain, man? This is the forefather of the Edomites, all right, or the so-called modern-day white man. All right, this is the beginning of you. That's why you have been a murderer from the beginning, man. All right,
Yo, I got that figured out.
right.
Kind of, this is the book of John 8 and verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil.
Yeah, you are your father, the devil.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
And
And,
the-
who is the modern day devil? The devil is not a man in a fictitious place. All right, down up under the ground. Yeah, in the abyss, full of flames, man, with a red suit on. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, with a triton in his hand, with a neatly shaved goatee. That's a cunningly devised fable, man.
Yeah,
All
that,
right.
scriptures don't support
That's
such
right.
things, man.
Hey, the scriptures say what? Death and hell shall be tossed in what? The lake of fire. So how
good
like we said, how hell gonna be moved out of his place and then tossed into the lake of fire, man?
Okay. All right,
Such
God.
things, man.
No such thing as hell. Hell is a condition, man. It's played out on the earth, man, in these bodies, man. That's why you got a what is called neurological system, a nervous system. You know, go ahead.
It says, and the lust that your fathers ye will do.
That's right. And the lust of your father being a murderer, man, being a liar, being a thief. Go ahead.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
Now who those tricks goes back to who? The so-called modern day white man, which are the biblical Hebrew Edomites, red Hebrew Edomites, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But this is their unhumble beginning with Cain. This is the forefather. Go ahead.
It says, and abide not in the truth, because there is no truth in him.
Yeah, so this is why the scripture is saying this. All right, because go back to Genesis.
Going back to Genesis 4 and verse 9.
This is why the scriptures say this about the so-called modern day white man. Go ahead.
Genesis 4 and verse 9, and the Lord said to Cain, where is Abel thy brother?
Yeah, where's your brother, man? To Cain. Remember, this is the forefather of the Edomites. Go ahead.
And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
That's right. So
I just
you're
gonna have
telling
to
me,
check this bitch till
I
one
supposed to
start
keep up
bringing
with
that's
this
when it
guy,
right
man?
now. The motherfucker got
Yeah, nah,
once
bro.
these four bars, the
I'm
motherfucker
about me,
land
man.
all
Go
day
ahead.
and shit.
Verse 10, and he
That's why I gotta
said,
check that bitch when it
what
start
hast thou
running down,
done?
so I can catch
The
it
voice
before
of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground.
Right. So what the book of the law tells us what? In Leviticus, life is in the blood, right? All right, so what was crying into the Most High on the ground, man? Life, man. Whose life? Our righteous forefather, righteous Abel, man.
And can I say too, that's still over to this day. We crying out.
Right. That's right.
Crying out
Right.
against the devil.
Yeah, and also as well, just to expound on it, really, man, when Abel went up to the spirit world, he complained to the Most High.
Right.
Right.
So he told him what he did, man. So the Most High, when he heard it, he asked Cain, where your brother, man? Then that's at the point when Cain got smart with the Most High, man. All right. Yeah.
Verse 10, and he said, what hast thou done? It's like, read it again. Genesis 4 verse 10, and he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath not, which opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
That's right, man. So he said, Cain, from now on, you're cursed from the earth, man. All right. So in other words, you being cursed from the earth, that means the earth is not gonna give you anything, man. All right. I'm the scripture.
Hey, but look, hey, that's why, you know what I'm saying? Now they don't have no melanin, man. The earth is playing against them, man. Prophecy got to be fulfilled, man. Go ahead,
This is Joel chapter 20 and verse 27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Now, this is Joel 20 and verse 27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him.
Right, the earth is rising up against these devils, man. All right. And
Can I say that too? What you said, the heavens shall what? Reveal his iniquity, his sins, right? What's the heavens, man? That's us putting this truth on the internet, man. And the internet, like the apostles always say, the internet does the heavy lifting, man. All right, prime example of that is what that is, Matthew 13 and 47. You know, Matthew 13 and 47. Real quick.
Now, say something too. You can go on to
That's it. Revealing his iniquity. That's beautiful. 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 Yeah, beautiful. Matthew 13 or 47.
Yeah, cut this the book of Matthew 13 verse 47.
Good.
This Matthew 13 and 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net.
It said, again, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto. So this is how Shai giving a parable. Yeah, this is how Shai giving a parable, you know what I'm saying, of what? The kingdom of heaven, man. He's giving a what? Comparison. That's why the scripture said, likened unto. Go ahead.
Likened unto a net.
Yeah, compared unto a net. We all know what a net is used to, man. Used for. All right, in the ancient time, the net was what? Used for to cast out in the sea, all right, and to gather fish, you know. Now, that net is symbolic for the what? The internet. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Continuing on, it says that cast into the sea and gather every kind.
So what's the sea, man? The world, man. See? So the world see the internet, all right, which the word is what? That seed that is put upon the internet, and what? That net in Matthew 13 is what? Symbolic for what? That net, man. All right, that's why this is a parable, a dark saying of Yahweh Shai. All right, because he was talking about then, but he was also talking about now, man. What was your precept on?
This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed.
Yeah,
The Lord,
and then the wicked shall be revealed. How is that wicked revealed, man? Go ahead.
And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
That's right. Well, the Most High shall consume him with the spirit of his mouth, man. What's the spirit of his mouth? The scriptures say what? He showed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. All right, that's the Most High's mouthpiece, man. He ain't gonna swoop down from his celestial state to talk to no individual, man. He set up his prophets like he always have done, man. Romans 15:4, things that was written aforetime was written for our learning, man. What we learned from the past. The prophets always came to doom of their kingdom that they was prophesying against. Go ahead, up.
Reading on in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Isaiah 47 tell you he shall not meet thee as a man. All right, bro. Okay. He shall not meet thee as a man, meaning he's coming in his celestial state, man. He ain't gonna come as that sacrificial lamb or that man, you know, bowing to the cross that he did the last time, man. He coming back as that young lion, man, to come to, you know, to tear this place up. You know, in other words, go ahead.
I got a precept in Isaiah 47. We'll start at verse 2. This Isaiah 47, verse 2. Take thy millstones and grind the mill.
Yeah, take that millstone, man. Hey, man, hey, why great millstone name great millstone? The bosses always tell us, man, hey, that name just came about. It was given unto them, man. They ain't name themselves that, man. And that's what we represent, man. You know what I'm saying? Great millstone, because we are that grind mill, man. Constantly grinding at the downfall of this kingdom, man. Through what? Revealing it. All right, through the secrets that the Most High have given us. All right, to tell the people about this enemy. All right. Number one, let him know that he is your enemy, man. You know, he is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Go ahead, Al.
This is uncover the locks, make bare the leg.
Uncover the locks and make bare the leg. Because remember, this is that whore that sit upon many waters, man. All right, so America's represented as a woman. That's why, you know, hey, they don't mean dreadlocks. Anytime you take a woman's hair or, you know, hair and it men together, that's a lock, man. We ain't talking about them dreadlocks, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about some dreadlocks. No, man. A woman, what? She put a little onion or whatever you call it on her hair. All right, but when everything get revealed, all right, you see what it is. And that's what has taken place, man, via the internet. See? That net that we talking about, go ahead.
It says make bare the leg.
Yeah, make bare the leg, man. Pull up her skirt, man. You know? And let what the scripture says, like what?
It's uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
Yeah, so you pulling up her skirt, man, and you know, a woman wear a skirt why? To hide her nudeness, as they say. You know, so America has put that covering upon itself from the physical counterpart of the spiritual being Satan, which is the wicked elites. All right, they'll put that covering cast, as the scripture speaks of. All right, which is representing that skirt, man, covering everything up, man. But your nakedness has been uncovered now. Why? Once again, via the internet. The Most High put the spirit upon the prophets to what? Prophesy. In the spirit of Yahweh Shai to reveal this place, man. What the scripture said, prophesy against Mount Seir.
Ezekiel 35.
Yeah, go ahead with that.
Continue on to verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Yeah, your nakedness shall be uncovered, man. Your skirt is being lifted up, man, due to us IDing you. That's the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. In these times of gross darkness, letting our people know who they are, letting our people know who their enemy is. What's the task at hand? To come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Isaiah, what that is? 55 and what is that? Seek ye the Lord.
Seek the Lord while he may be found.
Yeah, seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near, man. All right? You know, because why? How you gonna call upon him? The name is being given unto you, man, but you're rejecting the name. You're rejecting the word. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Read it real quick.
This
Isaiah 55 and 6. Right. Come on.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
You got some?
Yeah, I got some.
You got some?
It's Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare.
Yeah, I have made Esau beautiful. I have made Esau bare. Beautiful, beautiful. Go ahead,
I have uncovered his secret places.
Yeah, I have uncovered the secret place. That skirt is being pulled up, man. All right, and all your private parts are being seen, man. Meaning all the things that you have hid, all of the wickedness that you have hid from the people, man. All right, the people being us. What's that wickedness, man? Giving us Cesare or Caesar Borgia, man. That's that wickedness, man. That's that wickedness, man. Covering the saints up, man. Covering it, you know, because yeah, man. Judges, man. That's it, man. Covering them up, man. That's pretty wickedness, man. But now we know this is not our savior. You know what I'm saying? That's the devil. This is the savior, man. And we are part of this lineage right here, man. You know? Go ahead, Al. Go ahead, Al.
Luke 8 and 17, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest.
Nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, man. All right? Here's the scripture speaking, man. All right? What's the thing secret? The things through the spirit I just explained, man. All right? So it was going to be a point in a time, all right? Like the scripture said, the vision is yet for an appointed time, and it was yet an appointed time for us to wake up. You know, Lord willing, we be a part of that number that be delivered. It was a point in time for us to wake up, man. It wasn't during the time of Marcus Garvey. It wasn't during the time of Martin Luther King, all right? Because they weren't coming thus saith the Lord, man. When somebody coming thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that's a time of awakening, man. That's what they're going to get for you.
Yep. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest.
Ooh, manifest means brought to light, man.
Yep. Neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
That's right. So what was hid, man? Who are the peculiar peoples of the scriptures, man? All right, and it came abroad, man. All right, and those that don't believe, all right, the scriptures also speaks of your path that you're gonna travel, man. All right, but those that believe and those that come to the light, the scriptures also speak of that path of those, man. That path of salvation. You got it all.
This is Psalm chapter 85 and verse 10. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other.
Woo!
Truth shall spring out of the earth.
Yeah, truth shall spring up out of the earth, man. And that's that righteousness and that peace coming from the Most High, giving us Yahweh Shai, giving us the faith to believe in Yahweh Shai, man. All of that spring up out of the earth, man. That brought forth the truth. See? And those, like I said, that reject the truth, that's your reward. Go ahead.
Psalms 85 and 11, truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven.
Woo! That's heavy. We giving the Most High that sweet Savior, man. All right, but coming out, making our bodies a living sacrifice. What you do to say? You burn some of these sacrifices, man. You've been tossed in the fire, the furnace of affliction, man. All right? What is likened to a furnace that silver or gold goes through. So that's that sweet Savior, all right? That righteousness is going up to the Most High, man. Giving them that good smell, man. See? Go ahead, back. Beautiful. Go slap. Yeah, go back. Yeah, go back.
It's on 2nd Ezra 6 and 27. But evil shall be put out.
Yeah, evil shall be put out, man. What's that evil, man? Concerning the lies, the rape, the robbery, the murder, all right? The whole track record of the wicked that the Bible speaks of. That evil is being put out, man, by the Most High, all right, giving Yahweh Shai to a select number of men, man. Go ahead.
And deceit shall be quenched.
Yes, and deceit shall be quenched, man. And it's the time. How it's being quenched through the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Through the Most High's mouthpiece. You got it, right? Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 6:28. As for faith, it shall flourish.
Yeah, it's like it. Water. For faith, it shall flourish, man. All right, so the faithful, okay, is coming back to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. The faith is being woken up throughout the earth. How? Why, man? Because you got to hear the preacher first, man. You hear the preacher, man, and then once you hear the words or the truth, it's gonna test your faith, man. All right? You got faith in the light, or you got faith in the darkness, man. And mainly our people got faith in the darkness, man, because why? Because they weren't predestinated to hear this, man. Remember, it's a small selective number of men. All right, go ahead up.
Reading on.
So faith shall flourish, man. All right,
Reading on
and
is-
we are in these times, man. An unfaithful time. Go ahead.
Reading on in 2 Ezra 6:28, corruption shall be overcome.
Yeah, corruption shall be overcome, man. The corrupt that been done to the apples of the Most High's eye, man. That's being overcome by the truth. By you receiving the truth, by you receiving the way, the truth, and the life, man. You once were there, but now you have received the truth. That's if you have the faith to receive it, man. Number one, why is that occurring? Because you were predestinated. See? Gotta be predestinated, man. Lord willing, we those men, man, to be predestinated for salvation, bro. You know? Go ahead.
Reading on, and the truth which have been so long without fruit.
Yeah, this truth have been so long without fruit, man. Now it's taking fruit, man. See? It's been so long without fruit, though. Because we was in a spiritual drought, man. That's how it went. Ezekiel, 37? We was in a spiritual drought, man. All right? We was spiritually dehydrated. All right? So we was dry bones. So now that selective number of men, all right, have been spiritually hydrated. How we spiritually hydrated? By the word, which is the water, the living water. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, up.
And finishing off, I'm gonna read it again. And the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared.
Yeah, and the truth that have been so long without fruit shall be declared. What's that truth, man? That, hey, Yahweh Shai is coming back to save his elect in the time of darkness, man. That's that good news, man. That's that truth that we've been missing, man. And that's why I say we was going through that spiritual drought, man. Because our people had no, they felt like the only thing we was going to do is die in the ghetto, die wherever Esau, Edom put us. You see what I'm saying? But now we got faith, all right? It's flourished. Now we got not a fruit of the truth that came to us. Now we got life. We know we got chance for life eternal. Not just making it about America life. I ain't talking about that. That's not life. Life is what? Reaping the kingdom. Immortality. Salvation. Go ahead.
That's what it is. In my head, it's like, if I may add, right, is that, with Yahweh Shai, that lets you know, man, that now it's the appointed time for this truth to come out. All right? Because back then, that's why Yahweh Shai, the conversation that he had with the woman at the well, he told us that, look, if you drink of the water out of this well, you're going to thirst again, man. All right? And guess what? That happened in this time, man. You had these self-proclaimed leaders that try to lead the people and give them their water, right? But guess what? They were still thirsty, man. All right? They were still dying because they weren't given the living waters, man. All right? But now that the truth is coming out, now like the author is speaking about, right now our people we're being rehydrated, man. All right, now we're being hydrated through the Spirit because now the living waters have presented themselves at this time.
So you say that, huh?
Yeah, John, this is the book of John 6. And I'm going to start at verse, let me see, Salaki. This is the book of John 6, verse 47. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth.
Verily means what? Truly, truly, I say unto you. So these are true words, meaning this is going to be fulfilled. Go ahead.
It says, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life.
Yeah, he that believeth on me have everlasting life. He that believeth on Yahweh Shai, which are the ones that have the gift of faith, he that believeth on me have what?
Everlasting life.
Have everlasting life. Not just life here in America, but everlasting life, man. Go ahead.
I am the bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness.
Yeah, I am the bread of life.
Yeah, I
All
think
right, Yahweh Shai is that bread of life. Go ahead.
I see it. It says, I am the bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead.
Right.
This
Hey,
is
this is the wilderness, man. Hey, these people dying, man. They ain't eating the real manna, man. We got the marvelous privilege upon the planet, man, to take part in the body of Yahweh Shai, man, or even just partaking in the sufferings of Yahweh Shai. See? That's a privilege right there, man. Taking upon that real manna, man. It leads to everlasting life. Go ahead.
verse 50. This is the bread of life. This is the bread which cometh down from heaven.
Yeah.
That a man may eat.
Everything that we receive comes from the Most High, man.
right.
See what I'm saying? So we receiving this through the mercy of the Most High to receive His Son, man, which is to receive salvation. Go ahead.
That a man may eat thereof and not die.
Woo! Spiritually eat, man. Hey, the scriptures say what? Eat, hey, man, take this little book and eat it up, man. And your mouth is gonna be sweet as honey, but in your belly is gonna be better. What that Revelation 10th chapter, man. Go ahead.
Continuing on, I am the living bread.
Yeah, I am the living bread. All right, St. John chapter 1. Give me St. John chapter 1 and 3 real quick. Showing you who the living bread is, man. Go ahead, you got it.
God, this St. John 1 verse 3. All things was made by him,
Yeah, all things was made by him. Who's the him? Yahweh Shai, man. All things, go ahead.
and without him
And without him,
Was
Yahweh
nothing-
Shai was nothing. Go ahead.
was not anything made.
Yeah, with not anything made, man. So the Most High gave the blueprint to Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai made the first fruits, and they what? Made all things that are made. Go ahead.
That was made. In him was life,
Yeah, and him. Who's that him? Yahweh Shai. That's the point. And him was life. Go ahead.
and life was the light of men.
Yeah. Read that again.
It's in him was life, and life was the light of men. Of God, it's in him was life.
Read from top again.
It's St. John 1 verse 3. It says all things was made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life,
And him was life. Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
and the life was the light of men.
Yeah, and the life was the light of men. See? Go ahead.
It says, and the light shineth in darkness,
Now that's what? 2/3, man. You know Esau, Edom ain't meant for it. Rest of the heathen nations ain't meant for it. But it's meant for 2/3 to receive it, to get their condemnation, man. Go ahead.
It's Proverbs chapter 8, verse 35. For whoso findeth me findeth life,
Yeah, whoso findeth me findeth life. Go ahead.
and shall obtain favor of the Most High.
Yeah, so if you find Yahweh Shai, all right, you find life, man. And you shall obtain favor of the Most High, man. Meaning you're going to be clean in the sight of the Most High, man, through the blood of Yahweh Shai, man. Go ahead.
But he that sinneth against me
Right, but he that rebel against me, go ahead.
wrongeth his own soul.
Wrong of his own soul, wrong of your own eternal being, man. And who is that ultimate sinner against the Most High, man? Esau, Edom, man.
That's right.
All right. So you wrong of your own soul, man. And it really wasn't your choice, man. It was the Most High choice to make you the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Go ahead, Doc.
All they that hate me
Yeah, all days that hate me. Who hate the Most High other than Esau, Edom, man? You gotta hate the Most High if you do this. See that, man? To make yourself to be that image, man. Yeah, man. And that plus, hey, that's who this thing pointed at, man. See, the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. From the higher up to the feet of that devil, man. Go ahead, Doc.
all they that hate me love death.
Yeah, you love death, man. You wasn't son of you are that, man. You are wasting away, man. See that?
That's it.
You are deaf, man.
See,
Esau, you got it, huh?
See, now you know why Isaac gave him that name.
That's right, huh? That's right. That's
Now
right.
you see-
Omen, baby.
Now you see why Esau was given that name by Isaac, man. And we
Right.
all know who Isaac was in the reincarnation, man.
Right.
So really, Yahweh Shai gave you that name, man. Yahweh Shai gave you that name, wasted away,
Right.
because your life, man, your life is based in death,
Right.
right? And the ways that you perpetuate is death. So you walk in death, man.
Right.
All right, you a walking curse, like the scriptures say, man. You're
Right.
cursed from the earth, man.
Right.
All right. So wherever you go, everything is destroyed, man. All right. That's why in the book of Job, Lord will get that, man. In the book of Job, you were driven away from men. Man. Why? Because you were driven away from men because you were deaf, man. All right. And you would to be cast out from all these different other nations and be by yourself and to dwell in the cliffs of the rock, man.
Right.
That's the reason why, man.
Right.
Yeah, dog.
Beautiful. Go back to that.
13:27.
That's the beauty, man. All of this coming through what? Via the internet, man. See that? That's the beauty, man. The Most High ordained this thing to be like this, man. Go ahead.
Going back to Matthew 13, verse 47, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into a sea.
Yeah, so that net, all right, which is the internet, which this truth has been placed upon the net, and it has been what? Cast into the sea. All right, the world. Go ahead.
It says, and gathered of every kind.
And gathered of every kind. So this net, all right, which this truth being put on the internet has been cast into the world, and it's gathering in all what? What it says what? Every kind. Every kind of what? Every kind of spirit, man.
Right.
So back in the ancient times when you casted the net into the sea, man, and they said, you know what? Cast a large net and bring that net back up. You'll have some bass, you'll have some crab, you'll have some lobsters, you'll have a boot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you get a boot up in that mug, man. Yeah, tin can, a bottle. So you gotta what? You gotta do that shit, man. You gotta cast all that back out there, man. Because it said gather. Let these demons pass by real. So you gotta let that. Yeah. So you gotta let that be, man. But guess what? You're gonna gather in all kind, man, because you just cast that net into the sea. Go ahead.
That's it. Continuing on in verse 48, which when it was full, they
Which it was full, meaning everything that it could gather, which is that net. Go ahead. And hey, we coming into those times, man. See? Go ahead, man. That net finna be pulled back, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah.
continuing on.
Done.
It said, and when it was full, they drew it to shore
When it was full, they drew it to shore. Go ahead.
and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away.
Read that again.
Read this again. It says, and they sat down and gathered the good into vessels and cast the bad away.
It says, read it one more time.
It says, and they gathered the good into vessels, but gathered the bad away, but cast the bad away. All right, Curtis, Matthew 13, verse 48 again. It says, and when it was full, they drew to shore.
Right, so when it was full, they drew it to shore. Go ahead. Meaning they finna see what they got, man. In this net, man. Go ahead.
It says, and sat down and gathered the good into vessels.
So you gathered the good into the vessels, man. What is the good, man? The elect. All right, that's that good in these times, man. Those that can receive this truth, those that can understand this truth. Go ahead.
But cast the bad away.
And cast the bad away, man. The undesirables, man. All right, the infidels, man. Cast them away, man. All right. Those that are not meet for repentance, man. Because remember that net what gathers all, man. Both good and bad, man. Go ahead.
Continuing on to verse 49. Continuing on to verse 49. So shall it be at the end of the world, the angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from the just.
Read that again.
Verse 49, it says, so shall it be at the end of the world, the angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from the just.
So shall it be at the end of the world, meaning the end of a rulership, the end of an age, which we're in the end of Esau Edom's rulership.
Right.
Right, they're going to do what?
And sever the wicked from the just.
That's that bringing that net in, man. So, getting rid of the good, get rid of the bad and bringing the good in.
Yep. Yeah, this Matthew 25 and 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations.
See? Same thing we seeing here in Matthews, man. All right, gathering in that net, man. That's going to be the time, man, when Yahweh Shai, all right, has made his grand appearance, man.
Right.
Go ahead. What's going to happen?
He said, and he shall separate them one from another.
He shall separate them. See, that's them bringing in that net. Internet being, you know what I'm saying? Hey, everything closing down, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now the good is going to be separated from the bad, man. He shall what? Separate them one from another. That means taking those peculiar people, all right, out of all everything that net has gathered, man. Just like they did in the ancient times, man. Got rid of the boot. You know what I'm saying? Throw the starfish out. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
It says, as a shepherd divided his sheep from
See,
the
that's
goats.
the shepherd. Who is that shepherd that we waiting on, man? The chief shepherd, man. We have been appointed shepherds ourselves, right? Look, Yahweh Shai, we have been to be appointed shepherds. The scripture speaks about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but we waiting on the chief shepherd, man. Lord willing, we be a part of that number, man. The chief shepherd gonna do what?
It says, and he shall set the sheep on his right
He
hand.
shall, on his right hand, those that are fit to be gathered into the vessels that St. Matthew 13 speaks of. What those vessels is? Those are the chariots, man.
That's it.
That's our vehicles of salvation.
Right.
Go ahead,
It said, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand.
Who's the sheep, man? The sheep represents the elect, man. Those that understand. Those that have the faith, man. That's the sheep that's gonna be set on the right hand. That's how it is when you what? You draw in a net. You take your good and you put it over here, man. You take your bad and you cast it back out there in the sea, man. Go ahead, Al.
It said, but the goats on the left.
Who is the goat, man? All the undesirables, man. The infidels.
Straight up.
All right, so forth and so on. All the heathen nations, we know, number one, the foot of Esau. The elite going.
Can I say too, that goat symbolizes everybody that subscribed to this world. That goat goes back to Esau.
Yeah.
We can prove that. You go to what, Daniel, the 8th chapter, you know? He goat. The goat is Esau. You know? You see that? And everybody that subscribes to Esau society.
Right.
And you know what proved that? The book of Isaiah 13, chapter 15, verse.
Right.
Why the pipe?
Yeah, so the foot of Esau, they gonna get there destroyed, man. See what I'm saying? Esau. Go ahead.
This is the book of Esther, part of the 10th chapter after the Greek and Apocrypha, verse 9. And my nation is this Israel, which cried to the Most High and were saved.
Hey, these times, man. Right? Who are the peculiar people? He didn't say the Moabites. You know what I'm saying? He ain't said the Hagarenes, man. He said the Israelites. And what are they doing up?
It says, which cried to the Most High.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing, man. All right, this is a form of sign and crime right here, man. You know? We are crying for deliverance, man. We're crying for the elect to come in so we can get the hell out of here, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But after that sign and crying is over, what's going to happen?
And we're saved.
And we're saved, man. See that?
For the Lord saved his people, and the Lord hath delivered us from all those evil and
Who
the
is
most.
his people, man? Who is his people? Israel.
That's right.
All right, it told you at the beginning, man. The Lord has saved his people, man, and that's what's going to take place, man. Who is his people? The elect, man.
That's right.
Not just anybody, man, walking up and down the block, man. The elect of the nation of Israel, man. Go ahead, Al.
And the Most High hath wrought signs and great wonders
Yeah,
which have
and
not.
we're living in these times of these signs of great wonders, man. All right, remember the scriptures. Hey, this is a futuristic book, man. It was written thousands of years ago, but everything this book was speaking of thousands of years ago, man. You can sit here and look if you got the eye right now and see that it's happening right now.
Right.
All right, it was talking about all those things now, but it's happening right now, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You got it. Go ahead.
Your point, I got a precept to back you up. This is the book of Luke 12. Wait, bring with division. This is the book of Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you nay, but rather division. Yeah, so like I said, define the sheep from the goat, man. You know, the good and the bad, man. That's the same thing that how Shai's gonna come when he do this, man. He's gonna cast the rest into the lake of the fire, man. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Real quick. Back in the book of Esther, all right, chapter 10, verse 9. In and often it says, and the Most High has wrought signs and great wonders, which have not been done among the Gentiles. Therefore hath he made two lots, one for the people of the Most High, and another for all the Gentiles.
Woo! What's that lot for those of the Most High, man? Salvation, the elect, man. What's that lot for Esau, Edom, man? And those like us that subscribe to Esau, Edom, those that are conformed to this world, man.
Right.
Destruction, man. I'm going.
All right, yeah, this St. John 7:43. So there was a division among the people because of him.
That's right. So that's what's happening right now, man. Like I brought out the scripture, man. You know what I'm saying? I have not came to bring peace, but division, man. All right, and that division is what? Being an infidel and a believer, man. That's the division, man. You know? Go ahead.
Go back to Matthew 47. Going back to that Matthew 13.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 16. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his light.
That's right. All flesh assorted to his kind, man. All right. So the scripture speaks about not mixing genealogy, getting with these other nations, marrying these other nations. Hey, an Israelite, all right, or a man of the Lord is gonna cling to a man of the Lord, man. All right. That's just like okay, come. You got it.
This is Sirach, or Ecclesiastes chapter 27 and verse 9.
The bird will resort
That's
unto
it.
their life.
That's it.
So will truth return unto them that
That's
practice
it.
in her.
That's it. Read that again.
The birds will resort unto their life.
Hey, it's an old country saying, man. Birds of a feather flock together, man. So a bird is gonna go to his light, man. So if you a feather of the elect, Lord willing, we are, man. You gonna flock with the body, man. Go ahead,
So will truth return unto them that practice
So will
in her.
truth return unto them that practice in her, man. So that means we coming back in our lot, man. Lord willing, we be those men fit for salvation, man. Okay, we follow Yahweh Shai back then, man. All right. So that truth has came back in us here in these end times, because you destined it for your lot, man. That you was in, man. Ancient times, man. Right. That's it, huh? That's it.
Back in Sirach, chapter 13, it's at verse 17. What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb?
Right. But we ain't got no dealing with this world, man. Right? No dealing with this world. See? Go ahead.
So the sinner with the godly.
See? So we are part of the righteous, man, the just, man, the elect, man. Go ahead.
What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog?
See that, man? Hey, the scripture said, how can two walk? What? You know what Yeah. You know what that's Just to make the point on that, read that again.
It says, what agreement is there between a hyena and a dog?
Yeah, so what agreement is between a hyena and a dog?
It's the book of Amos 3 and verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Yeah, so can two walk together except they be agreed? See? So if they're not in agreement, all right, there's you can't come together, man. So a believer cannot blend with an infidel, man. It's like what they say, water and oil, man. We can't mix, man. We got the oil, and they water it down, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Go ahead.
It says, and what peace between the rich and the poor?
Yeah, man. What peace between the rich and the poor, man. Now, spiritually, we are rich.
That's right. That's bad when you do that, because that's what they're going into. We the rich. We the rich.
Right.
In that case. Going to Romans 11.
Right. That's
So
it.
you shouldn't dumb down and coexist with these people, man. You're rich. You got off of a boy.
Right. I put you knowledge in heavenly places. Right. Go ahead,
Go back to Matthew 13. Matthew 13 verse 50. We start at verse 49 again. It's Matthew 13 verse 49. It says, so shall it be at the end of the world, the angels shall come forth and serve the wicked from among the just.
Yeah. So hey, those chariots, man, led by our Lord and our Savior, Yahweh Shai, man, because he's gonna be stunned, man. Let me show you a picture again, one more time. He's gonna be stunned, man. Draped up and dripped out, man, as they say, man. You know, he's gonna be on that fathership, the water. That's it. That's it. Go to the camera. That's it. Let's take it up to the camera. That's it right there. That's it. That's how our Lord and our Savior gonna come back, man. You know, in his celestial state, man. Like you say, he's gonna meet you as a man, man. That's it. You good, right? See what I'm saying? So read that again.
Continue, just read it again. It's St. Matthew 13 and 49. So shall it be at the end of the world, the angels shall come forth.
Yeah, at the end of this age, man, the angels shall come forth, man, led by our Lord and our Savior, Yahweh Shai, upon a huge fathership, and you just seen a vivid illustration of it. Right? Followed by the rest of the angels of heaven, man, which are the armies of the Most High, man, the armies of heaven, man. All right? They're going to come selecting or saving the good, man. Doing what to the wicked?
It says, it says, sever the wicked from among the just.
Yeah, going to sever the wicked from among the just, man. See that, man? Going to separate the sheep from the goat, man. The righteous from the unrighteous, man. The elect, all right, from the rest. Esau, Edom's lower levels, all right. Heathen nations and 2/3 of our people, which are conformed to Esau, Edom's system, man, which is the wicked, man, that the Bible speaks of. Go ahead,
Continue on in verse 50. It shall cast them into the furnace of fire.
Yeah, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire, man. All right, the furnace of fire. Give me Salakia. Give me what is it? Malachi 4:1. just a quick example of the furnace of fire.
Yep.
All right, so read that again.
See, read this
shall what?
again. It's Matthew 13 and 50. They shall cast him in the furnace of fire.
Yeah.
There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Right. So this is an example of that, man. That furnace of fire, man. There is not a physical place called hell, man. Or Hades. All right. That's Greek mythology.
That's right.
You know, incorporated into Christianity. See what I'm saying? Cunningly devised. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Malachi 4:1.
This is that example of that hell right here, man. See? And how is that hell gonna come, man? How is that hell gonna come? Give me what that is, Revelation?
Yeah.
20.
You got it? Go ahead.
It's Revelation 20 verse 14. And death and hell
Well,
was
that's it. That's it. Go ahead.
Listen, and death and hell was cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death.
That's right. So what is that lake of fire, man? Just to make the point real quick. The thermonuclear missiles, man.
Right.
The thermonuclear missiles, the intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. All right? Go ahead, Go ahead,
Yeah, man, those missiles ain't made in vain, man. Those missiles ain't made in vain because everything is made by the Lord, and it says His creation was made with nothing.
Right.
And can I say too, what y'all reading, Revelation 20th chapter? That's going to the lake of fire, man. Read that again.
Going back to Revelations 20 verse 14.
This is the question we pose to you. What's the lake of fire? We asked somebody, what's the lake of fire? What they gonna say? Hell. Hell. Well, read that again.
It says, and death and hell was cast into the lake of fire.
Now, how can hell be cast into the lake of fire? Now, what's death and hell? America.
Right.
That's death and hell is another way of saying the valley of the shadow of death.
Right.
Hell is the grave or valley.
Right.
Death, that's death and hell.
Right.
That's the valley of the shadow of death.
Right.
So America was cast into the lake of fire. Yeah, go ahead up.
Continuing on, this is the second death.
Oh. Now go ahead.
Then we continue on verse 15.
Oh, now hold that. And somebody give me Nahum 1 to start at 5. Cause see, that's the message, man. America gonna be destroyed, man. And see, that's foreign to everybody right there. The fact that we teach that this place that seems to be a perpetual place, man. It seems like this place is firmly established over here. You know what I'm saying? It seems like America is a stronghold that can never be overthrown, man. Straight up, that's what it seems like. All these different nations, as much as they have plotted and planned and schemed, they have not been able to compromise, America, man.
I got 2 precepts for
Yeah,
that.
get what you got.
Yeah, this Revelation chapter 13 and 4. And they worship the dragon, and which gave power unto the beast.
Right,
And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast?
Right, who is like unto the beast? The Lord set it up that way. The Lord set up the #1 contender, man.
Yep.
To present himself as a challenge so that when the Lord overthrow him, that's why you think it's a coincidence that America is in power. This is the place that's going to be in power when Yahushua make that spectacular and breathtaking return. Hey, matter of fact, give me as lightning flash from the east to the west. Get that. Read this again, not while he getting
It
that.
says, and they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
Mm-hmm.
And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast?
Right, who is like unto the beast? This man and his military arsenal, man. Okay, this man have produced weapons. Oh, just take a glimpse into his past. When you look back in retrospect, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man, which them fucking devils, them gooks, they pretty much waved the white flag 48 hours before that attack.
Yep.
They say, look, we don't want no parts of this, man. But what happened? These devils, they still bombed those gooks. All right? That links up with Revelation. That we read, we call the fire to come from heaven.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That's
I'm
good.
gonna finish this off. It says, who is able to make war with him?
See that? Go ahead.
I'm gonna jump down to verse 13. He doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven.
Right, what that's talking about. That's not just written for your entertainment right there, man. That's biblical prophecy, man.
That's right.
Which spotlights the current events that you see fulfilling right now in the form of the so-called white man who have wreaked havoc on the planet Earth, man. And this man seized control of the planet Earth by way of his weaponry, man.
Right.
That's what it's saying when it say he caused fire to come down from earth. Read that again, huh?
God, it says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven.
Right, and those great wonders is in the form of those fighter jets, you know? See that shit? Go ahead up.
It says they make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
In the sight of men. Oh.
Damn, shut up.
Yeah. All right, come on. All right.
That was it.
Now go back to what you got? Okay. Yep, get that real quick.
All right, this is the book of Matthew 24, verse 27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Now what's in the west? America, this wicked place, man. This wicked place that promotes wickedness. Okay? The Lord's gonna overthrow you pretty soon, man.
That's right.
You actually got trannies walking around, man. You know, the camera can't see it, but it's trannies walking right now, man. Blue paws and shit, man. On a damn date, man. But unbeknown to you, Yahweh Shema Shai is preparing a sore slaughter, man.
That's right.
Hey, and it said the Lord returning from the east to the west. So that answers the question that we just read. Who is able to make war with the beast? It's going to be Yahweh Shai. Because when you read Isaiah, the 63rd chapter, who is this who come from bottom? That frame that Yahweh Shai is a valiant warrior. He's that valiant warrior, man. You know?
Yeah, it's good to see y'all.
Oh, hey, what's up, bro?
You all right?
So now, when you read concerning the lake of fire, that's concerning this place, man. Matter of fact, give me 2 Peter 3, where it said the element's gonna burn. And before you get that, give me Nahum 1 and start at verse 5 and read down. If somebody can give me Psalm, you know what I want to Psalm. Get that.
It's the book of Nahum 1 and verse 5. The mountains quake at him.
Right, it said the mountains quake at him. When you go into that word quake, it means what? Shake. Go ahead.
It says, and the hills melt, and the earth is burnt.
Oh, the hills what?
And the hills melt.
Melt, right? Now, the hills dealing with, the mountains is symbolic to governments, and the hills are symbolic to smaller governments. They're going to melt, right? Go ahead.
And the earth is burnt at his presence.
And the earth is burnt at his presence. Read.
Yeah, the world and all that dwell therein.
Well, and that sounds like what? 2 Peter, right? Go ahead.
God, continue on to verse 6.
And the scriptures is the same story, man. Continue, right?
Continue on to verse 6. Who can stand for his indignation?
Right. Who gonna stand before the indignation of Yahweh Shema Shai? Go ahead.
And who can abide in his fierceness of his anger?
Go ahead.
His fury is poured out like fire.
His fury is poured. Oh, when you pour something out, that's liquid. That's the lake of fire. Go ahead.
And his works are thrown down by him.
Read.
The Lord is good and strong. It says the Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble.
Read.
And he knoweth them that trust in him.
That's the elect. Read.
But with an overrunning flood.
We can tell you what the lake of fire is, man.
Right.
Read that again. With what?
It says, but with an overrunning flood.
With the overrunning flood. That already happened in the time of Noah in the form of water. This time it's going to happen in the time in the form of fire, man.
Right.
See? Go ahead.
It says, it says, but when the overrunning flood, he will make it utter end of the place thereof.
That's America. With this overrunning flood, he's going to make an uttering end to this place, which is America, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, and darkness shall pursue his enemies.
And that's dealing with, when you read Psalm 83, it's concerning all these nations. But who's the arch enemies of Yahweh Shema Shai, the so-called white man, Esau. That's where we at right now. Okay, the Lord is getting ready to overthrow this man with a violent overthrow. And that's spoken of, I think that's Revelation 18 chapter, 20.
No,
great
18.
violence. Yep, go ahead. And that was it on that? Yeah. Okay, go ahead, get what you got.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and 48. So I stood and saw, and behold, a hot burning oven passed by.
Whoa. A hot burning oven. Somebody get you got this? Oh, Malachi. Go ahead.
So I stood and saw, and behold, a hot burning oven passed before me. And it happened that when the flame was gone by, I looked, and behold, the smoke remained still.
Yep. And that oven is symbolic to the condition of America. Yeah, go ahead. Get that. Yep. Then get that Malachi too. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Verse 49. And this there passed by before me a watery cloud, and sit down much rain with a storm.
And what's that rain in that storm?
And when the stormy rain was past, the drops remained still. Then said he unto me, consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke.
Right. Now, when you consider the rain, let's say if you ever saw rain, when it falls in a puddle, what happens? It falls, and then you see that wave, that ripple effect. That's the same with the missiles, man. Really, the rain is a constant reminder. Whenever it rains, you might think it's just, the meteorologist telling you that, the atmosphere, and, I talk about how, the forecast, the rain, the weather, the thunderstorm. But guess what? Through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem outside, that's the Lord reminding you that He's going to destroy America, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey, can I say that real quick? Hey, what come after the rain? Rain. The reminder, like you just said, the reminder that the Lord will destroy.
That's it.
Somebody hold Isaiah 4 and 6 too. Go ahead. No, get what you got real quick, and then we're going to get what you got. Go ahead.
It's Ezekiel 38 and 22. And I will beat against him with pestilence and with blood, and I will rain upon him and upon his band and upon the many people that are with him, and overflowing rain.
Right, and what's that? That's going into, that's talking about the missiles, man. That's talking about the missiles, man. That's that lake of fire, the overflood. Go ahead.
It says overflowing rain and great hailstones.
And great hailstone, which links up with Revelation. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
With great hailstone, fire and brimstone.
Fire and brimstone. That's not talking about, something that you experience in your afterlife. That's fire and brimstone is symbolic to the judgment of Yahweh Shem Shah, which is going to come in the form of World War III. And guess what? World War III is in the scriptures, man.
Right.
And just because we use modern terminology such as America and ICBM missiles, and we merit it, which was perceived to be an ancient book, that doesn't mean it ain't true. Who cares if you don't get it? Scriptures tell you that in Romans the 3rd chapter. So what if some did not believe? Why? Because this doctrine is out of this world. It wasn't meant for you to believe this. Hey, that's like Noah. When Noah was preaching, it wasn't meant for them to believe it because nobody had ever seen rain. Yep, go ahead, get what you got, man.
It's Psalms 57.
Yep, that's it.
Let them melt away as waters, which run continually.
Yep.
When he bendeth his bow.
Right, so the scripture is telling you they're going to melt away as water, but it's giving you the reason why they're going to melt away as water. When he bendeth his bow. See? Go ahead,
When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows.
To shoot his arrows, man. This plane right here, man. Go ahead,
Let them be as cut in pieces.
Let them be as cut in pieces. Yep. You got something?
Yeah, going back to 50.
Okay, come, yep.
Yeah. 2nd Ezra 4 and verse 50. Then said he unto me, consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke. But the drops and the smoke remain behind, so the quantity which is past did more exceed.
So the Lord is going to rain down a judgment on you, man. And it's going to come in the form of the missile. All right, the missile is the Lord's instrument that He chose, and that's Isaiah the 54th chapter. The Lord have created the instruments to bring about His work. Yep, get what you got real quick.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 13.
That's it right there.
For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the
Now,
world.
if you read that, right, now this is what I want to say right here. Who else breaking this down logically to be filtered with current events? Like you can read that and you ain't gonna have a clue what the hell they're talking about. Because first and foremost, you can't take a literal bow and arrow and shoot it to the ends of the world. So we have the most plausible explanation for this. That's dealing with the missiles, man. And furthermore, there's a term, the word arrow is actually associated with missiles. You have certain terms like broken arrow, the missiles, you know. Come on, man.
Jump down to 16.
Uh-huh.
Like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Right, and that's almost like if you shoot a gun, right? That bullet can't go, once you shoot that gun, pull that trigger, that bullet out. Ain't no way it's coming back. So that's the same, when those missiles is shot off, it ain't no return. Like, you got
One more piece of
all right. After that, I'll get it, please, we'll go back.
This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And
That's
this,
it. Oh, matter of fact, go back to where you was at then. Since you're going to get that, go back to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, and read the 14th verse. Then go to Zechariah 14.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent.
See, behold, the plagues are sent, right? So what's the plague? We all know the plague's going to come in the form of when the food becomes scarce, with that great famine that's going to sweep through America. You know, class wars and race riots. All hell breaking loose out here in America. Oh, we got to get back into that more. The wild beasts. All these wild beasts that the Lord raising up. The ox sent out, I don't know if y'all saw the ox here. The hell that was, man. The hell that was. That was like some Pokemon shit, you know. But guess what? The Lord is creating new beasts that's going to wreak havoc on the inhabitants of the planet Earth, man. That's a part of the plague, right? But what's the ultimate plague? We read it. Read it again from the top.
Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Right. Until they come upon the earth. Meaning this soil here in America, when those missiles, they're not going to return until they hit ground zero. That's what the scripture's saying. Now go to what you got. We're going to find out what's the plagues.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord.
That's it. Yeah, go ahead. You want to show the book?
It says, and this
Hold up, real quick. We're going to give you a vivid illustration. Did you show the camera? We're going to show the camera as the art read this.
And
whenever you're ready, let us know. Give us the cue.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. All right, read.
And this
read it loud.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Woo! What other instrument can accomplish that feat, man? Not a chopper. Yeah, I mean, 1947 AK. No, man. Only the ICBM missile, okay? From the intense heat that it brings, man. That's gonna cause your flesh to melt. Hey, guess what? It's gonna cause the iron, all the elements to melt. Everything's gonna melt here in America. It ain't gonna be one thing standing out, it's gonna be a fucking light pole. It ain't gonna be nothing standing here in America. See that Edomite, he listening, man. It ain't gonna be nothing left here in America, man.
That's right.
Yahweh Shem outside, that's the name of the Lord, man. That's right. He's getting ready to destroy America, man. What? Yeah, bring it out, huh?
It's Isaiah chapter 34, verse 6. The sword of the Lord, Yahweh Shah, is filled with blood.
Right, and what's that sword? That's his instrument. Somebody hold Isaiah 54 and 16? Yes. The Lord has prepared a work, man. He has prepared an instrument. There's a certain vehicle that the Lord is going to choose to take down and overthrow America, man. And see, the Lord is so perfect. The Lord ain't going to take down the so-called white man by any other means other than what he came into power with. What you got?
Yeah, I got
Proverbs?
This Psalm,
Go ahead.
chapter 7 and 13. He have also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors.
Woo! So the Lord prepared for you, just like Haman prepared that gallows. Well, the Lord prepared that for you, man. Get that sign up, man.
Shit.
And somebody get Proverbs. You know what I want? Get it. You get it out. You give me Proverbs right quick. Because it's a method to this madness. It ain't like the Lord just sporadically, randomly say, you know what, I'm going to use the missiles to destroy. No, the Lord used the missiles to destroy you because that's the same way you took down the world, man. Through your weaponry, through your devices, man. So the Lord, in his just ways, he's going to overthrow you by the same means you came into power. Did not you bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man? You're responsible for that, man. Finish that up.
Skip down, it says, for the Lord, Yahweh had to sacrifice in
That might be Mad Dog, goddamn. That might be the Secretary of Defense.
Oh, yeah. Mad Dog Madison.
Yeah, that might be Mad
It
Dog
says,
Madison.
for the Lord, Yahweh had to sacrifice in Buzz.
Woo! Go ahead.
And
this is the altar right here. America is an altar. This is that sacrifice, man. This is going to be that great sacrifice right here in America, man. That's going to bring in, you know what's heavy about America? This is going to usher in the climax to life and existence itself. Do you know Yahweh Shah was set to come back when America was raised up? We read that earlier. It's like in fact the east and west. So this is that great sacrifice, man. Come on.
And the great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
In the land of Idumea. What's Idumea? That's a Greek word for Edom, man.
Yep.
Which dealing with you, he getting the fuck out of here too, man. He got the Uber and shit. When he heard Idumea, he made a run for it. But guess what, man? The information is out now, man. The horse has been let out, the cat out the bag. Ain't nothing you can do, man. You've been caught up on your sins. That proverbial mirror is head up in the face of you Edomites, man. And that word, even you don't gotta say the so-called white man no more. Just say Edom, the Edomites. Edomites. See that? The Edomites. That resonated in your spirit right there, man. That's that word. That's that byword that fucks with your spirit. Right. You know that word Edomite resonate with you. You the Edomites. Right. Okay? Hold up. You got something? Bring it out. Huh?
It's on Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. Most High is not mocked.
That's right.
For wherever a man sows, there shall he also reap.
Right. So what did you sow? You sowed nothing but violence and bloodshed. In your pursuit of power, it was nothing but death and destruction in the wake. You can't tell me that ain't true. World War I, World War II. Okay? And the wars in between, the different skirmishes that broke out. Civil War. That wasn't us, man. We didn't commit the Civil War. Talking about black on black crime. The war on terror, the war on drugs. Why everything is a war? Right? Your people came into power based on bloodshed. You gotta pay for that. Somebody give me numbers for 35th chapter, man. Come on, let's get the scriptures out. Hurry up. Give me numbers. You can't dispute that. Your people violent. They almost committed a genocide. Christopher Columbus, the very guy that you uphold and you hold in regard, he killed up to 1 million natives a year. In a 4-year campaign, he killed 4 million natives. That's Christopher Columbus. Andrew Jackson. Okay? All right. Okay, go ahead. Hey, you got freedom of speech, baby. You ain't got to hold your breath. Look, get what you got. Y'all got numbers?
Ezekiel 35 and 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Right. When you go into the word perpetual, it means forever, man. There's nothing you can do to rehabilitate the hatred that Esau got for us, man.
Right.
Oh, did y'all see the video? I did a video up there in Michigan State where they had, you saw that?
Oh, man. Yep.
Where they had the famous so-called black people hanging from a Christmas tree with nooses. Come on, man. That's a hatred that's deep-rooted, is woven in the very fabric of you so-called white people. And guess what? We accept that. We ain't got no problem with that, man. That's the best type of Edomite, man.
Show me how you
Fuck
really
us,
feel.
man. When we get you, man, we're going to get you, man.
Really, really feel. Ezekiel 35 and 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Leave it up there.
Yeah, get that up there. Bring that out there.
Leave it up there. Leave it up there. Leave it up there. Don't see it.
Goddamn Santa Claus, man.
Ezekiel 35 and 5 again, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Who is the children of Israel? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now, with that established, who shed our blood? Go ahead.
By the force of the sword.
By the force of the sword, which, by the way, when you read Revelation, the 6th chapter, the 4th verse, it tells you that that sword was given to Esau.
Right.
Right. You go back to Genesis, the 27th chapter, that sword was given to Esau.
Get that up there right there.
Yeah, let's get it out there. Who handled the sword, man? Esau handled the sword, man. Yeah, read, huh?
It says, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
Yep, go ahead.
In the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood.
Hey, that's a heavy statement right there by the Lord. Right. The Lord swore by himself, because there's nobody else that's on the level of the Lord that he can swear by. So he swore by himself. He said, I swear by myself, I'm going to destroy you Edomites, man,
right,
for what you did to the children of Israel. Go ahead.
It says, and blood shall pursue
thee. Hey, come on now, man. Who else? Yeah. Okay, if we wrong, how else can you break this scripture down?
Right.
We giving you the visual.
Right.
How else could you filter this through? Come on, man.
That's it. It says, so that thou hast hated blood, even
Hold
blood.
Hold up, read that again. Says what?
It says, so that thou hast not hated blood.
Right, Esau has not hated blood, because everything that they have pushed, you know, the vibration of the so-called white man been centered around bloodshed.
Right.
When they want the resources of the world, when they want oil or the minerals or anything that's perceived to have value in the world, they go about it by the way of war, man.
Right.
At the expense of blood. See what I'm talking about? Go ahead, Al.
It says, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right. And what it mean when blood shall pursue thee? That means we on your heels. Right. Judgment is on your heels, you devils, man. Yeah, hold up, give it to you. Hold up, before you get it. I got something real quick.
This is Numbers chapter 35 and verse 33.
Hold on, what you got? That's what I want too. Bring it up. Bring it up.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
Right, you should not pollute the land wherein you are. Go ahead.
For blood it defileth the land.
Right, blood defileth the land. So the blood of the saints, it tells you, what's that? Revelation 17 chapter, how this whore is drunken with the blood of the saints, man. This place, America, is drunk with the blood of the saints. Okay? Go ahead, huh?
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by...
Read it again, go ahead.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed.
Right, so that's justice right there. And when you go into the law, it talks about an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Okay? So those who shed the blood of the saints, their blood have to be shed before justice to truly be, on display, man. Okay? So come on, give me what you got real quick.
Yeah, the Jeremiah back when you saying the Lord swore by himself. Jeremiah 49:13. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, that Bosra shall become a desolation, a reproach.
Read that again.
This is Jeremiah 49:13. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Right, so the Lord swore by himself, man. Man, you devil don't know what type of trouble you're in. The Lord made an oath. You got to remember, the Lord was mad before you woke up to this truth. It was wrong before you woke up. So who really mad?
Right.
You think you mad.
Right.
You didn't even know about this. It was written in stone before you even woke up. So who really mad?
Right.
Go ahead.
It said that Bosra shall become a desolation.
What's Bosra? And that's what we come in at. We shed light on, well, we can tell you what's Bosra. Bosra is the capital city of the so-called white man, which would be symbolic to America today. America is Bosra, okay? Read that again. So Bosra what?
It said that Bosra shall become a desolation.
Right, this place is going to become a wilderness, a desert, man, when the Lord is through dealing with this place. Go ahead,
A reproach.
A reproach, because it tells you in the kingdom, you're going to hiss at this place. You're going to get chills when you ride by Bosra. It's going to be crazy. When you ride by Bosra, it's going to look like, you're going to see owls and shit. Matter of fact, it's scripture. Isaiah 34 too. We'll talk about the owls. Hold that on there. Let's get Revelation real quick. It started at the top, Revelation 18.
Okay, this is the book of Revelation 18. I'm starting.
Somebody, you know what get the W at?
Okay.
All right, read.
Revelation 18 and verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils, in the hold of every foul spirit, in a cage of every unclean and hateful word.
Right, and it's dealing with the aftermath of America. Because this place is going to be a place where you're going to have creepy birds, owls, and what they call them, screech owls.
Yep.
Yeah, hawks and the creepy things. They're gonna, the dragons. They're gonna inhabit America. This place is gonna be like, this is gonna be hell. It's not gonna be inhabited, and it's so heavy, right? You know why Scripture says it'll never be inhabited again? Because why? Those animals that are gonna be here is not consumable. They're not lawful food. Even if you were to try to come here and sell them, those are not lawful foods. You'll die in a year. All right, so give what you got real quick.
Yeah, this Jeremiah 50:13.
You got Isaiah 34? Go ahead.
Yeah, Jeremiah 50.
Hold on, before you get that, give me Isaiah 34. We'll talk about the owl. Screech owl.
This is
And the screech owl, the screech, that's an eerie sound. You don't want to be here after dark, man. It ain't gonna be no goddamn power in America in that time. You're gonna hear eerie sounds and it'll make your blood curl, man. You know what I mean? It's gonna be blood curdling sounds.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bring it out.
it says, Isaiah 34:14, the wild beast of the desert shall also meet with the wild beast of the owl. And I always have a problem pronouncing this word. And the searcher.
Where you at? The satchel.
And the satchel shall cry to her fellow, and the screech owl also shall rest there, and find for herself a place of rest.
Now, hold on. Let's see. We just read with the 14th verse. Yeah, keep reading. No. Yeah, read that again. Read 13 again.
It's Isaiah 34:13, and thorns shall come up in her places.
Right, and that's dealing with America. What do you mean by thorns? You can't produce food from thorns. That's symbolic to it's not going to be life again.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not going to be life again. Go ahead.
It says, nettles and rum barrels in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court for owls.
Right, and they're dealing. This is going to be a court for owls and dragons. They're dealing with snakes and serpents. It's not going to be inhabitable. America's not going to be inhabitable, and it's going to be a desert, right? Meaning you can't come over here and say, you know what, we're going to plant. You know, we're going to pitch a tent. We're going to plant. We're going to plant seeds. No, because the desert, man, it's not going to be firm soil here.
It says
it's going to be a memorial for what not to do. Go ahead, Doc.
The wild beast of the desert shall also meet with the wild beast of the owls. And this again.
Now it says the wild beast. What do you mean by meet with them? They don't get together and shit.
Right.
You know? What?
And the satchel shall cry to his fellow, the screech owl also shall rest there, and find for herself a place of rest.
Yeah. So that's dealing with this place, America. This place is not going to be inhabitable. Furthermore, like I said, with the spirit, you can't eat an owl, so there's no way you'll be able to flourish, so even if you try.
Now this Isaiah 13:20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in generation to generation.
Right, and that's dealing with America. Once the Lord lay hold of this place in the form of his judgment. Look, man, when the Lord poured his fury on America, it ain't going to be nothing else you can compare to what the Lord going to do to America, man. Come on,
It says, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there.
Right, meaning you're not going to have, a Metro PCS, man. You're not going to have that. Yeah, Texaco. damn Arab with a fitted hat talking shit, popping your women, man. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, neither shall shepherds make their fold there.
They're dealing with these churches, Rick.
It says, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there.
Yeah, wild beasts of the desert gonna lie here. They're gonna protect this place. Even if you try to come in, you're gonna see an owl. It ain't gonna be regular owls. Like a damn 20-foot owl. Yeah, damn snake. You know, big ass snake the size of 2 states. It's gonna be eerie. That's why we don't get there, Jeremiah. When you pass by America, you're gonna hiss at this place. Meaning, what they call it, your flesh gonna crawl. The hair gonna stand up on the back of your neck when you see America, man. You're gonna see fucking owls and shit the size of damn buildings. This place gonna be crazy, man. And the Lord is gonna be a sickness like, look, man, you can't inhabit this place no more. Yeah, go ahead, I'll continue.
It says, in the houses shall be full of doleful creatures.
Oh, see that? Hold up. Let's look that up real quick. Go to that Ark in the Blue Letter. You're already in the Blue Letter. Go to Isaiah 13th chapter. Give him the verse out.
21.
Yeah, go, come on.
The new King Kong movie, even though it was an island, but they had all types of crazy creatures. The spider, pretty much, he was walking, he ended up killing a nigga while he was walking and shit, man. He was taller than the trees, man. Right. So them creatures don't come out, man. Them creatures don't come out. You know what I mean? If you come to those shores of America,
It ain't gonna be no Christopher Columbus looking to explore America in that day. Because if he land his ass over here, he's gonna be goddamn literal Godzillas and King Kongs to get his ass, man. That's what the scripture's going into. Read this again while he's getting that out.
It's Isaiah 13:21, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there. In the house
When
shall
you lie there, that means you're chilling. You know? You have made this your home. Well,
it says, in the houses shall be full of doleful creatures.
Doleful creatures, you got that?
This is the word doleful in the Strong's H255. Strong's H255. It says howling animal.
Howling animal. You pull up here, you're gonna hear these eerie sounds. They're gonna be blood curdling sounds, man. Sound like a damn cat.
hair's gonna stand on the back of
See what I'm saying? You're not gonna come here and inhabit this place no more. Go ahead out.
A jackal hyena.
Jackal hyena. And they make some eerie damn sounds. What you doing here? What you doing? I'm gonna tear your ass up.
Real shit. Real shit. They won't tell you.
Yeah, they'll tell you. What they jaw, the pressure they bite is like a goddamn damn train running over your leg. They got the pressure, got the bite pressure, damn 400, 500 pounds. Oh yeah, you got the strongest. I think they got the strongest out there. When bite you, get rabies instantly and shit. Nasty motherfuckers bite you. You infected right soon they bite you. You get gangrene soon they bite you. Hey, no pictures, please. All right, bro. All right. All right. Yeah. Come on.
Isaiah 13:21 again, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and the owls shall dwell there, and the satyrs shall dance there.
Woo, damn. They're going to be heavy right there. Come on, man. The Lord gonna do a work with America. He's gonna be a memorial, not to fuck with your how about shit outside, man. You'll bring that up.
Yeah, this Job 10, started 21. Before I go, whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness. It's like it's Job 18. It's like
Okay, come on.
this Job chapter 18 and
That's
verse
a good
21.
Yeah.
Kind of. This Job 18 and 20. It says, they that come after him shall be astonished at his days, and they that went before were afraid. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High.
And that's dealing with America. This is going to be a memorial of those who don't know the Most High. And the penalty that comes along with blatantly coming up against the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh by Shema Shah. You know, you got damn women walking around in leggings and tights, you know? And if you say something to them, they're going to look at you like you going out. Guess what? The paper trail goes back to Esau, so-called white.
Right.
The reason why everything is turned upside down is because the wicked is in power. This is what you get when a so-called white man is in power. I'm sorry, the wicked. Okay? But the scriptures tell you. Read this one more time, huh?
God. It's Job chapter 18 and in verse 20, they that come after him shall be astonished at his days, as that they went before were affright. It says, surely such are the dwellings of the wicked.
Right, and what's the dwellings of the wicked? America.
See,
Go ahead.
it says, and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High.
See that? Now let's go back to Isaiah. Finish that off and use that out.
Going back to
Go
Isaiah.
to Jeremiah.
Going back to Isaiah 13 and verse 22, and the wild beasts of the land shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
Right, so there's nothing Esau can do. Esau can't come up with no damn stimulus package. Nothing they can do to prolong the judgment that's being prepared by Yahweh Shema Shah. It's written in stone, man. Your days are numbered. They tell you that in the book of Daniel, man. With the many people. Yeah. Your days have been numbered. This place finished, man. Yeah, come on now. That was it? All right.
Back Jeremiah 50 and 13, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited.
What should not be inhabited? America, man.
Right.
Because of the wrath of the Lord. This place will never be inhabited again. And good, man. Good riddance to America, man. This place only vexed us, man. Damn devils, man. And they get a kick out of oppressing you, man. These laws and legislation was written to first and foremost keep you in further derision, but it was also written to vex you, man. Give a damn if you got an NBA contract. Remember this nigga LeBron James, I think about a year and a half ago, they spray painted nigga on his house, man. It was a reminder from Yahweh Shema Shah that you a nigga. Oh, and we'll go back into Bill Cosby, man.
Just recently,
Yep.
LA niggas.
Oh, the LA niggas.
The LA niggas. Los Angeles niggas.
And that was in the wake of Kobe Bryant dying.
That's it, yeah.
That was the inside joke right there with the elites and Esau, man. The Los Angeles niggas, man. The nigga basketball league. Yeah. The nigga basketball ass hole. Shit. Yeah, Esau come up with some crazy shit.
They go back to the trade block.
Yep.
They slave each other.
It's on a certain day. You gotta get these niggas up.
Yep. Got some?
Yes.
You go ahead, bring it up. Whatever you got.
Isaiah 34 and verse 9, it says, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch.
Yeah, that's talking about America. So when you read the first verse in Isaiah 34th chapter, that scripture is talking about the destruction. This Isaiah 34th chapter is dedicated to the destruction of America.
I wanted to start
Read it. Go ahead.
Isaiah 34 verse 1.
Go ahead and read it.
I get, okay, yeah, I get. Yeah, let's say, hey, that chapter, that whole chapter, hey.
That's dedicated to the destruction of America, unbeknown to you.
Right.
You think Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, is designated for the past? No. Isaiah was a prophet. And what would prophets do? They would prophesy.
That's right.
So Isaiah prophesied about America. America is recorded in the Bible. Did you know that? Nope. Not only that, the fate of America. Man. Fate of America is recorded in the scriptures.
Right.
Right.
America gonna be destroyed.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Right on the wall.
Yeah, this Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near ye nations to hear.
Right. Come near ye nations. And that's what they're doing. That's why you see groups all over the place. But everybody watching us as a whole, collectively, they're watching the prophets, man. Everybody watching us, man. The Lord said, come here, let me tell you what's going on. Go ahead, Doc.
Yep, it says, and hearken ye people, let the earth hear.
Right, the word hearken means hear. Go ahead.
And all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
That's right. The indignation of the Lord is upon you. The word indignation means righteous anger. The Lord has the right to be angry with the nations, man. Here it is, the one that created your ass is not being shown no reverence at all. In fact, you go as far as disrespecting the Lord, coming up against your how about you. So guess what? You think the Lord don't look at this? You know what I mean? No, it ain't gonna slide. Come on.
It says, and his fury upon their armies.
Right. The fury of the Lord is amongst you, man. Come on.
It says, he have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter.
Right, and that's speaking in past tense, meaning my word is good. You dead. You already dead. Go ahead.
It says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with blood.
Right, and they're dealing with when those missiles hit. Those missiles want to hit, when they be shot throughout the world, back and forth throughout the planet Earth, it's going to hit not only America, but other parts of America. I mean, parts of the world. And that's somebody to the mountains, different governments. Come on, huh?
It said, in all the house of heaven, it's like
the host.
It's like in all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the earth shall be rolled together. It's like in the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
That's dealing with those mushroom clouds. Go ahead, huh?
It says, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine.
Hey, we ever saw a leaf fall from the vine? It's helpless. It's like, just like the air taken out of it. You know what I mean? Bad the Lord is. Come on.
And as a fallen fig from the fig tree, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Right, and they're dealing with the missiles. The heaven is dealing with the aerial attack, and the sword is dealing with those missiles.
See?
Go ahead.
It says, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
And who is Idumea? That's the Greek word for the so-called white man, Edom. You mean to tell me these historians, all the resources they got, they can come up with all these formulas. You know, they can create diseases. These devils can create the formula to make a man become pregnant, but they don't know who the fuck Idumea is, man, or who Edom is. So guess what? That's what we come in at. We gonna tell you who the fuck Edom is. Yeah. Who is Cain? You Google who is Cain, or you Google who is Esau, the hairy brother of Jacob. No, we're gonna go into a more in-depth analysis, man. That's you so-called white people. Okay? It simplified it. Yeah, come on, I'll continue. Yeah, get what you got real quick.
Jeremiah 49, verse 17. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished.
Right, meaning when the smoke clear and the dust settle, you're gonna go by America. This place, this land mass is still gonna be on the planet Earth. Yep. Right? But it's gonna be a memorial. It's gonna be a monumental. It's gonna be a monument to life, right? And everybody who goes by it is gonna wear out. Read that again.
It says, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished.
You're gonna be astonished. Go ahead.
It shall hiss at her plagues thereof.
Right. You're gonna hiss. That means you're gonna take a deep breath. You're gonna sigh. Shit, look at this place. Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there.
Right, nobody's gonna stay here in America once again, ever. This place gonna be destroyed, man.
Right.
Like this fucking devils, man. When you really look at viewing things in scripture, that's off, man.
Yeah.
That's off, man. Damn, we Edomite jogging and shit. Fuck. In the kingdom of shit. And that shows you, that's an indictment against them. They believe that they can somehow lengthen their days by exercising. Fuck them, man. I'm telling you, I'm tired, man. If you ain't in the spirit of being mad, something wrong with you, man. You off, man. If you ain't vexed, if you ain't angry, man, If you ain't angry at these devils, man, if you ain't angry at the condition that you in, man, you off, man. That's it. That's it, man. Yeah, that's it, man. If you ain't angry with this place, the scriptures support that. What justified Lot? He was vexed. She was vexed, man. Yep, come on.
This is Salaki. This is no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it.
Yep, nobody gonna dwell in this place.
See?
All right, come on, do what you got.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, and verse 18. They shall see him and despise him, but the Most High shall laugh them to scorn. And they shall hereafter be a vile carcass and a reproach among the dead forevermore.
Right, this place is gonna be a vile. Hey, if you come across a dead dog, you ain't looking to caress it. You try to get the hell away from it, man. You hiss at it. That's what America gonna become. Go ahead, huh?
Continue on, verse 19. For he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless, and he shall shake them from the foundation, and they shall be utterly laid waste, and be in sorrow, and their memorial shall perish.
Woo! And the memorial, that's bad. The memorial goes back, that's Tazaya one, that goes back to the memory of this place.
Right.
You're not going to remember Family Guy.
Right.
Hey, you're not going to remember Kobe Bryant. There's not going to be a such thing as Kobe Bryant in the kingdom. You ain't going to be able to, what language is that?
How you said it?
You know what I mean? Your works is not going to be remembered in the kingdom.
Kabi? Kabai?
Yeah. You going to stone a motherfucker come out. You order some shit like that you want in the kingdom.
Yeah.
You say some shit about the NBA you want, man. We going to drag your ass out and stone you, man. Fuck about other shit about this place, man. We gonna fuck you up, man. Come on, I'll do what you
Verse 20. And when they cast up their accounts for their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquities shall convince them to their face.
Right, and that's right now. We holding up that proverbial mirror in your face, okay? All right, come on, let's get what you got.
This back in
Y'all got some?
back in Isaiah 34, and let's see, Isaiah 34 and 5 again. It said, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down."
Hold up. First and foremost, this is don't worry about it. First and foremost, we reading right here is contrary to what you was taught and conditioned to believe in these churches. This is the bloodiest book ever published, man. It ain't one of the blood. This is the bloodiest book ever published, man. Okay? Go ahead. So the Lord said his sword. Go ahead.
It said,
Man, you should get tired of seeing these fucking devils, man.
That's right.
All right, they slaves on the fucking off the fucking leash, man. And that's the spirit. He got that shirt on. Y'all see the shirt say? Yeah, work hard, live easy. That's the spirit of the Lord. The water, bro. Go ahead.
It said, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment."
Right, so there's a reserved people. Give me Proverbs 16 before we get ready to close up. There's the people that was, matter of fact, somebody give me Romans, the vessels of dishonor.
Romans 9.
That's it. There's the people that was reserved. They're just like, you know, there's certain animals that was created to be hunted down and slaughtered and ate, like a fish. Right. Fish caught in the evil net. But Esau was created to be exalted, to reach a certain level, and to be brought down, to come crashing down, okay? And be as a memorial. That's the will of Yahweh Shema. Don't give a fuck if you don't like it, man.
That's right.
Yeah, come on, let's get it.
You want the proverb first?
Get that proverb first.
Right.
Yeah, get
In
that.
Proverbs 16 and 4, the Lord, Yahweh Shema, have made all things.
Right, the Lord made everything. The Lord made the wicked, okay? Go ahead.
The Lord have made all things for himself.
Right.
Yeah, even the wicked.
Even the wicked. Yahweh Shema created the wicked. Go ahead.
For the day of evil.
For the day of evil. Meaning all the wickedness that happened on the planet Earth, the evil, the Lord created Esau to fulfill it, right? But also, when the Lord destroyed this place, it's going to be Esau who's going to be destroyed. That's why the scripture talk about destroy the third part of men. Destroy the third part of men. Esau, man. Come on,
This is Romans 9:22. What of the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known.
And guess what? He is going to do that. It was thrown out there like, what if the Most High? Well, we know the Lord is actually going to show his wrath. And that wrath is going to be geared towards Esau. And whomever out there that subscribed to Esau. To tell you that in Isaiah 34, Isaiah 13 and 15. All that is joined unto him. See? Go ahead, Doc.
Endure with much long suffering.
Right, the Lord long suffered Esau. Let's prove that when you go into the ancient Greeks, the ancient Roman Empire. So now, the Lord endured these devils. Hey man, you go back into the ancient Greeks and the Romans, there were some wicked motherfuckers, man. They was going into these gymnasiums naked. They was, this dude, Nero, he married 2 guys. He was dressed up like a woman. And they had that little, you see them with the little olive tree in there. That's the softest shit ever, man.
Yeah, that's
fucking
you know
faggot.
what, man?
Think about it. That's soft. That's some faggot shit.
That's some shit. Like a tiara and shit.
Yeah, like a damn tiara and shit. Motherfucker like a ballerina and shit.
We had a little thing over there.
Man, Esau gotta go, man. Fuck it, man. They gotta go. And if you ain't with it, fuck you, man. Go ahead, huh?
God, endure with much long suffering.
So the Lord endured these devils, okay? Go ahead.
The vessels of wrath.
Whoa. The scriptures say the vessels of wrath. Go ahead.
Fitted to destruction.
Now, when you look at America, it looked like like these buildings with the glass. You know what I mean? It was created for a beautiful crashing. You ever been to like these monster trucks? You ever, like remember the monster trucks? Where they destroy shit? They set up certain props to make it a beautiful That's why the Lord set up America with glass and buildings. It's gonna be a beautiful, that was the vessel created. It's gonna be tall buildings. You're gonna hear glass popping. That's the vessels that created for destruction right there. This place set up, like a kid might have the Lego blocks or a sand castle just to come and kick it. That's what how about Shema gonna do to America.
Right.
You got more? That's it. Somebody got something? You got something? Hey, bring it out. If you got something, bring it out, man. Bring it out. Because, hey, the Lord beautiful, man. Right. Matter of fact, while he getting that, somebody give me, I think that's, is that Psalm 73, where it says 73 and 14. Give me Psalm 73 and 14, I believe. Give me what you got.
It's on Revelation 15 and 2. Right. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast.
Go ahead, read it again. What is it?
It's on Revelation 15 and 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, and standing on the sea of glass, having the hearts of the Most High.
Right, so that's dealing with after the Lord destroyed this place, we're gonna see it, man. And that links up with what's that? I think that's Psalm 91. Yep, Psalm 91. Right. And also, is that Ecclesiastes 25? Right.
Yep. Right. Live to see the fall of his enemies.
He that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. You know, that's a part of the blessing we're gonna receive. You know, seeing the same devils that took us down, we're gonna see their ass burnt. Okay? Goddamn devils. You shouldn't even be out. You should be in a pit, man. You should be in a fucking pit, man. The scriptures tell you how we're going to visit the pit at the end of the day. That's right. You should be underground. Really, that's your natural habitat. Because the sun, you ain't built to be in the sun. No. You should be fucking under us. Literally.
Hey, you fucking children of the night, man. That's why we the children of the day, man. Fucking children of the night, man.
You should be in a fucking cave.
Nobody gonna be in the cold mine, man. Motherfucker gonna
jump.
You
see that?
Hold your arm up, man.
Motherfucker in Mars somewhere in the
That's
cold.
why we gonna put you in the pit, man. The children of the night, man. And that's why Esau Edom ain't got no melanin in his skin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't worthy to this light.
They're worthy for the light. They should be in a dark, damp, cold cave. Damn gnats. Damn draws and gnats.
That's right, man. I'm talking about, hey, you literally
nasty
can't come out in the daytime and you
should be under the ground, under us.
That's right, man. In dungeons, man.
In dungeons and shit like that. That's you, man.
Animal, man.
That's your life.
Hey, the scripture said, I'm gonna give you dominion. All right, give you dominion. Matter of fact, the scripture speaks of dominion. Should I say? All right, that the Most High gave to our forefathers, man. Hey, we gonna get that dominion back, man. Dominion over you animals, man. That number one animal, Esau, Edom, man.
That's it. Yep.
Wild beast, man.
Oh, the scriptures say he's violent in the earth.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Meaning you can eat something off the ground. Yeah. You come out better than eat something off the ground and eating it out of the hand of Esau.
Right.
But that devil whacked off all night.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
Man. Yeah, this song said it.
Nigga in a studio apartment, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you the shit, man. You cracker, you the devil, man. You the niggas, man.
That's right, man. Number one.
Right. That's right.
Best nigga ever.
That's the real nigga. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Psalm 73 and 18. Surely thou didst not set them.
Read it again.
This Psalm 73 and 18 shall slightly. Surely thou didst set them.
Right. Surely thou didst set them. Go ahead.
In slippery places.
Right. Meaning the Lord set their ass on the top of a mountain. You can set up a mountain. The mountain comes to a point. When you get to the top of that mountain, you got no room for error. You can't make a mistake. You at the top of the mountain, you can't make one false move now. So the Lord set them at the top of the mountain, and they have been so active that they about to come down.
That's right.
When you at the top of the mountain, you got to chill.
That's right.
You got to just sit still. You're on the top of the mountain. If you active and doing all this shit, what's going to happen? Read.
It says, thou casted them down into disgrace.
Right, you're going to come crashing down. And that's where we at. That's the chronological order right there. The Lord set you up. You at the pinnacle. You at the height of your rulership. Now what's next? They're going to come crashing down, man.
They said his videos, nigga snowboard.
Yeah.
That one misstep.
That's it.
Hey, can I say one thing too? Hey, like I say, they set you at most I set you at a slippery slope, which is the point, right? Like I said, angle. Hey, you ain't got no fucking balance, Esau.
Oh, that's bad.
There's no balance within you, man. You one way, which is
just
wicked.
Oh, that's bad. All wicked. That's bad.
So you ain't nowhere in here.
And your left side is the weakest side.
It's the weakest side.
You know what I mean?
So you.
There you
go. You the man.
I'll do that.
So with that, hey, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash.
Yeah, double honor to the head apostle and elder, the great millstone. Shalom to the fellow laborers as well as the believers, the occupant of Aqua, and to be the brothers and sisters that describe the truth as well. To the next time, shalom.
Shalom. DTA, above. That's to you monsters and you demons, man.
Slime balls.
Yeah, man.
I shot
You got that up? All right, okay.
Catch the H1N1.
Catch